Good morning. My name is Ria Cotton, and I'm the broker owner of Cotton Realty. And thank you for joining us for another episode of First Saturday's Coffee and Conversation. And I am pleased to have a guest on our Coffee and Conversation this morning, Kiana Sims from Chicago. Hello, Kiana.
Hey, Ria.
And so a lot of my viewers are nationwide, but most of them are from California. So I thought I'd start reaching out to other states because a lot of people in California are looking to invest in other states and give them an idea of what's going on around town in other states. So Kiana, would you like to please just tell us about yourself and what you do?
So right now I am a leasing agent. I work for Dream Spots Leasing and Sales. It is based out of Chicago. We have 3 offices here, one on the South Shore, one South Side, and one West Side. So I also am getting started on a little bit of community work, but my daytime job, I am a leasing agent. So yeah.
Okay, great. And so born and raised in Chicago?
Born and raised in Chicago well, up until I was 18, I did venture out a little bit. I went to college in Georgia. I went to Clark Atlanta University, and then I moved to the Bay Area for about 5 years. Yes, and loved the Bay always. And I came back in 2013, and I've been here ever since. So yes, I'm definitely a native, and Chicago is definitely my heart. It's definitely my home.
Okay, great. And so we've been talking over the course of the last few months about some of the changes that you're seeing in the neighborhoods in Chicago. So can you just share with my viewers what you share with me about what you're seeing as far as the change in economics in certain areas?
Well, Chicago, of course, most of you guys may or may not know, but Chicago is a U.S. third largest city. So, of course, in the metro area, we have almost 3 million people that live here. So it's a big city. We're also the second most visited city. So, of course, we are kind of in a process of gentrification for the inner city on the south and west sides of Chicago. Just from the past 4 years, prices of housing has went up as far as purchasing is concerned, went up, I believe, about 25 to 26%. So that's pretty good for a 4-year span. What I've kind of noticed is a lot of the inner city, the metro areas, East Garfield Park, West Garfield Park, areas that are predominantly, I guess you want to say most minorities live in these areas. The rent, of course, is starting to spike up. The value of the houses and the properties are spiking up. So it's just basically we are slowly tipping into a gentrification process. And everybody knows that's when, the influx of middle and upper class move into a urban area and kind of, change it, raise the prices and put new venues over there. We have a lot of fresh markets in the area and stuff now. It's really changing.
Mm-hmm. And so what would you say if someone was looking to invest? What are you seeing are the areas where basically people are taking advantage of distressed properties, foreclosures, and basically making a good return on the investment
I would say North Lawndale, West Garfield Park, East Garfield Park, the Austin area. Those areas are really close to downtown. West Town, Logan Square, Lincoln Park, areas like that have always kind of held value, still holds value. But yeah, mostly in the inner city, mostly on the interstate of 290, which is the heart, of the west side of Chicago. Mm-hmm. That's where a lot of the changes are slowly, not really slow, kind of rapidly changing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then so I've seen some of your videos and your posts. Can you tell me about what you're working on in your community to address this?
Yes, I'm basically just working on a program to spread awareness. The name of it is Buy Back the Block. Right now, it's not incorporated as of yet. It's very fresh and very new. But the basis of it is to bring awareness to those minorities because the average person don't know about real estate or how loans or mortgages work. So it's basically, I would say, literacy. So what I'm doing is bringing the people together. I have a panel, 2 brokers. One of my brokers is here, Rhonda Covington. Wave, Rhonda.
Hi, Rhonda.
Rhonda, I have 2 brokers, 1 loan officer, and 2 credit repair agents, and 1 life insurance agent, which life insurance has nothing to do with home purchasing. But it's very important for minorities to understand the value of having life insurance. So I brought that on board as well. But yeah, you'll be amazed at how many people, are average thinkers and don't realize that, FHA, you can purchase with the 580 or 620, and with FHA, you can do 3%, 4% down. FHA was designed and created during the Great Depression. It was created to bridge the gap in the 1920s when everyone lost everything. That's when FHA loans came about, to kind of say, okay, well, we know this just happened. We know you lost everything. We know you don't have anything, so have the bare minimum and we'll still help you get a mortgage loan. So that still exists. It's just people don't know that it exists. So that's all Buy Back the Block is really about. It's not non-for-profit because, of course, everyone there is providing a service. It is mostly about bringing awareness and literacy to groups of people. I do want to present it, though, as a group screening, group selling, because we're about that action. We want you to come in and learn, but we also want you to start your process right then and there.
Exactly.
We want to get it where it's understood that when you come here, none of us are here to waste our time. We're here to educate, but we're also here to say, let's see where you are right now today, so that we can get you to that finish line 6 months, 12 months. And it's a tough game. It still sells, and you're dealing with minorities, so you're dealing with the stigma and the psychological barriers of people who believe that owning would have never happened for them. It's so far-fetched. So it's a lot, but it has to happen because we won't be like Harlem. Our gentrified area will be mixed.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yes.
And so I know that when we were talking too, I mentioned, of course, All Stars coming up. So
yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So we were talking about, okay, All Stars coming up. I'm looking into Chicago investing, but we want to do that beforehand because, of course, All Star is going to bring money to the community as well. But you also mentioned just the area of Chicago just being a big tourist area. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes. Chicago is the 2nd most visited city in the United States. We get 60 million visitors every year. So, All-Star is just the tip of the iceberg,
Right.
So I really think Airbnb for a lot of your clients is very stable here. And it's very lucrative here because, like I say, we have 60 million people pass through here every year. As far as All-Star is concerned, the United Center is in the heart of the west side of Chicago. It's located on Damon and Madison in East Garfield Park, where most of the gentrification is taking place. So it will be very smart, for people to go ahead and try and purchase because, it's All-Star. And, hotels during All-Star weekend go 5, 6, 7,000 a night.
Right.
So it's a really a lucrative time for the city and for owners. For new owners, it would be great to be a first-time home buyer, a first-time owner. And, hey, I just made 30,000 in one weekend, or, I made 40,000 in one, because the entire, nation will be here next year.
Right.
So I really think that it's something that people should look into, right away. We're available here at Dream Spots. We're located at 5846 West Madison. And the managing broker here again is Rhonda Covington. So we're more than happy to take any questions, anyone that wants to look at properties, anyone that wants to start to get pre-approved, because it's pretty much going down for 2020.
Right. Well, I want to thank you for your time, Kiana. I really, really appreciate it. I enjoyed having you. And
Thank you so much for
continue
having
to
me.
share the knowledge. I love watching you on Facebook and hearing what you have to say about your area. I've learned a lot from you about that area, and you're definitely representing your town. So thank you for joining me.
Now. No problem. Thanks for having me.
And I look forward to seeing you soon.
All righty. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye-bye.